Alright guys, good morning. So this video is just going to be a quick 2 or 3 minute video that will help you with the second part of the quizzes for today, and that is just being able to convert back and forth between exponential and logarithmic form. Okay? It's not incredibly difficult, but it is something that you just kind of have to practice and memorize. So let's say I look at example A, and I ask you to take this logarithm and convert it to exponential form. Here's the thing. The 3 right here is actually going to end up being my most important number. So watch what happens here. The 4 and the 64 are just going to be normal, okay, normal numbers, and I've written them in the order that they appear in the logarithm. But the 3, the number that's by itself, is going to end up being my exponent. And that will be true every time. So whatever number is by itself is going to become your exponent. That's why it's special. And notice here I have a way to check my answer. This should make a true statement. So I say, well, is 4 to the third 64? It is. So I've done this correctly. If, let's say I had written it as 3 to the fourth equals 64, that would be wrong because 3 to the fourth is 81, not 64. So that's one way you can double check your work to make sure you've done things correctly. Now let's say I go backwards, okay? So this time I've given you an exponential, and I want you to change it to logarithmic form. Well, kind of the same thing that I did last time. This exponent, I'm going to go ahead and identify it 1/2. If I'm writing things in logarithmic form, the exponent is always going to be the number that's by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and write that as equals 1/2. Okay? Just so I'm done with that number. Now, the other two numbers, the 9 and the 3, will be written together. So I have log base 9 of 3. So notice how this compares to example A. We have two numbers that are written together, and then we have a number by itself, and that number by itself always represents our exponent. And guys, that's all there is to it. It's one of those things that kind of takes people a while to memorize, but that does come with practice. So please let me know if you have questions. Go ahead and get started.